indeed. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Boston College's offense will go to work first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The hand to the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Golden Eagles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Handoff from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Finding open areas.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. To the air, it's James. Got it set up on the outside. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Gonna run it. It's Richard. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown!
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run.
7-0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Panthers offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. We've reached the break. Boston College has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Pitt will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner will be knocked down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder, as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
And the Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To throw, it's James. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Wants to throw. It's James. Going for 6. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Pass to 50. 30. Pass to 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They are set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Dropping back, it's James. Pulls it in, it's Richard. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Boston College will send out the punt team. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. That's reeled in. It's Reed. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Looking to pass, it's Holstein. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Steel City.
College ready to kick things off and start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Holstein. And he dropped it, it looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. You just got to make the catch.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. And points have been hard to come by in this. Oh, he's got some space. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Richard. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's James. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They run the reverse. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Direct snap. It's Reed. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Pitt! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
When the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver, and it wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Using his legs, it's Richard. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to throw, it's James. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. This senior has seen it all behind center over his career, but not much going so far. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this defense has brought their A game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
He'll keep it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
BC back to work after picking up the first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Turning it on. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw.
And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Holstein. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it! And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Pittsburgh now has it in the red zone. Give to the running back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Williams. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, a fourth down.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Good right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Back to throw, it's James. Makes the grab, it's Bond. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the one. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.